Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Reject Garage. Today we're changing out the multifunction switch on my 2017 Jeep Patriot. It currently has 75,000 miles and it started acting funny maybe about 1,000 miles ago. Gotta love the cheap electronics they put in these things. The same thing happened to my 2013 Jeep Patriot. Probably around 100,000 miles, maybe 120 at the most. But with frequent use of turn signals, which I feel like I'm the only one that does that, I prematurely wore out my turn signal indicator switch, also known as the multifunction switch, because it controls more than just turn signals, headlights, fog lights, etc. What we're replacing with it today is a WVE brand, which might be part of NGK. I don't know. It's made in Taiwan. Who knows how long this one will last, but I'm hoping it lasts longer than the original, because 75,000 miles is not very good in my opinion. Our first step will be to take this little rubber piece underneath your steering column and go ahead and push it back and out of the way so you can make room for this plastic clamshell piece to come apart. It comes apart as two pieces. There's a top portion and a bottom portion. For mine, and your model may vary, but for mine I see there's two Phillips head screws on the front here. I've already pre-loosened them to speed up the process. A couple of long boys. They are not too small, but not too big. And then for this middle one on the bottom, it's a T20 Torx bit that it takes. Alright, I lied. I have 76,000 miles on my Jeep, but that's besides the point. So to show you what is exactly happening, and I'm sure some of you have definitely seen this weird behavior before, I will turn on my lights, turn on my fog lights. Actually, let me turn off the headlights and just leave the fogs on so you can kind of see what's going on. Let me kill this other light to make it easier to see. And as I turn on my turn signals, it shuts off my fog lights. And sometimes they flicker and do some weird stuff. And I'm sure they freak out the car in front of me, thinking that I'm being some kind of jerk and impatient and want them out of my way. But I assure you I'm a very patient driver, so that is not the case. But there's times when I turn on my turn signals with the fog lights on, and it just gives me all kinds of weird issues. So that's always fun. My previous Jeep did the same thing too. Next up, we will separate the top and bottom portion of this clamshell. Be gentle, you don't want to force it. And I'm probably going to need two hands for this. Leaving the steering wheel lever loose did seem to help. You might have to wiggle it up and down a little bit to get it out of there. But that wasn't too shabby. Near the rear of the multifunction switch towards the top, there's a clip. You got to push down with the top of it and remove it. Then there's a Phillips head screw on the side here. You just got to undo that. And the assembly slides right out. My 2013 Jeep, I don't think had this wiring harness on the top. This one right here. Because it didn't have automatic headlights. But it might have had it and I just don't remember. So that's always possible. Similar to the other one, you just pinch the top clip, pull the wires out to remove it, and it is completely out. Focus. Focus. Push in the electrical connector for the new one. Then you want to make sure that the bottom of the new switch is flush with the mounting plate right here. And also this top portion here lines up with the little slot for it. I don't know if you can see it with the camera there. There's a little slot where this little raised edge goes into. You can slide it into place. Then we'll take that little screw we removed from this hole and replace that. Just make it nice and tight, but not too tight. Just enough so it's snug, but you don't strip the plastic or strip the screw. Then on the top, you got to replace this white electrical connector. Make sure it clicks into place all the way. And of course, before I replace the cover for the top and the bottom, I'm just going to give it a little test to make sure everything's working like it should. All right. Got the fog lights on. Let me turn that off, make it easier to see everything. That's a nice firm switch that's all new feeling. The other one was getting a little sloppy. Ooh, I got nothing that's causing the fog lights to flicker or to shut off. That's amazing. Glad I fixed that. It was getting pretty annoying after a while. Brights work. Headlights work. This one has the auto feature. Let's see if the lights come on. Maybe it's too bright in my vehicle. I gotta shut these other lights off the inside. I went crazy with the lighting because I'm working on this in the middle of the night. My neighbors probably hate me. Let's shut that other light off and see what happens. Then again, it might not do it unless my engine's on, so we can try that. Hey, what do you know? It's working. We're in the auto position. And I have headlights. Now, for poops and grins, let's put my flashlight on the auto light feature. Let's see if it shuts it off. Hey, it shuts it off. So we're fully functional again. Hot diggity dang, that's amazing. All right, there's that. Didn't touch the switch at all and it came back on. Beautiful, that's perfect. Slide the cover back over with care, assuming you care about your Jeep. If you don't, you could just slap it on or wrap it with duct tape. I don't care, that's up to you to decide. T20 torque screw goes in the middle. German tightening specification, Guten tight. Tighten up the two Phillips head screws on the left side and the right side. Throw your old switch in the shit can. Be careful and slide a rubber back into place. You always want to use a rubber. Test for fit, make sure everything's working, put it back in your favorite position. And then bam, you're done, and Bob's your auntie. Turn signals, fog lights, headlights. And you're all done. That was so easy your little sister could do it. Once again, thanks for watching. Appreciate you following the Reject Garage. Have an awesome day.